Hello? 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 Hi! Do you remember me? I'm Calcu. We met last year around December. I was still a baby then, and my Tita Erica, Tita Zay, and Tito Philip documented fun facts about me. Now, almost 10 months later, I'm here to share more about myself. And this time, I'll be telling the story myself. I'm very grateful to have such a vibrant history, and I'd love to talk about it. Hope you'd let me to. Last year, you saw the differential side of me. This time, I'll show you my integral side, in the style of a true millennial YouTuber. A Draw My Life video. Let's start. Let me ask you, have you ever wondered how to get the area of an ellipse? How about a circle? Well, more than 2,000 years ago, mathematicians in ancient Greece also thought of this problem. My ancestors, Antiphon and Bryson of the 400 BCE, attempted to find the area of a circle by inscribing regular polygons. They doubled the number of sides after each trial, believing that they would eventually exhaust the area of the circle using a regular polygon of many sides. They started the concept of the infinitesimals or indivisibles. Developments from this century started the period of the infinitesimals, which lasted from the 7th century up to the 17th century, when my two fathers, Papa Newton and Papa Leibniz, conceived me. Tito Philip tells me that while Papa Newton was deeply invested in the idea of the integral being the inverse of the derivative, it was Papa Leibniz who developed the operational rules for the sums and differences of infinitesimals. Papa Leibniz introduced the notation long s x dx as the sum of all the values of the magnitudes of x, or simply put, the integral of x. The elongated s stands for the long sums. Papa Leibniz also derived the rule that the derivative of x to the n was nx to the n minus 1. Hence, the integral of x to the n must generally be x to the n plus 1 all over n plus 1. Papa Newton and Papa Leibniz laid my foundations, but Tito Riemann extended my capabilities even further. He wanted to study the integral of fx dx from point A to point B. Let's see how he did it! In order to find the area under a curve, Tito Riemann divided the area into rectangles inscribed or circumscribed on the curve. He figured that the more rectangles he uses, the better the approximation of the area becomes. To illustrate, the inscribed rectangle is the one that holds the lowest point off the curve, while the opposite is true for the circumscribed rectangles. It holds the highest point on the curve instead. When the areas of the inscribed rectangles are added, the value you get is called the lower sum. On the other hand, the area of all the circumscribed rectangles added together is called the upper sum. For example, we want to find the area between the function x squared and the x-axis within the closed interval 1 to 4. First, we draw a rectangle inscribed in the curve, which will have the lowest point, and then get the area of the region, which has the area 3. We'll do the same thing for the circumscribed rectangle, but instead we'll use the highest point. This then gives us the area 48. With this, we know that the area under x squared and above the x-axis is between 3 and 48. However, that's still a pretty big range, don't you think? Let's try adding more rectangles. Now, we see that the approximation gets better and better as we increase the number of rectangles. In other words, if we get the area of n rectangles under the curve, we get not only an approximation of the area under the curve, but the exact area. However, the process can get quite tedious, and obviously, we can't draw an infinite number of rectangles. So what my Tito Riemann did was set up a general equation that computes for the area of n rectangles. And that's exactly what a definite integral is. So that means that... Wait a second, you hear the knocking? Oh no! It's my mom, and I haven't done the dishes yet. Sorry guys, hope to share more about my story, but I gotta do my household chores now. Really sorry. See you later!